Hi, Grace Kids. It's Miss Tandi. Today we're going to continue to learn what's been happening in the book of Joshua. So remember, they've crossed the Jordan River. They're in the land of Canaan. But there's a problem. Other people are living in the land. People who do very evil things that are their enemies. And they do not worship the one true God. How are they going to be settled into the land? Well, God is with them and has already told Joshua he has a plan. And so Joshua sees the first city, the city of Jericho, and he sends 2 spies to go in and scout out the city. So they go in and they're doing their job spying out, but the king of Jericho finds out that they're there. And so he sends officials to the house where they are staying, in the house of Rahab. But now Rahab, she has already heard about what the God of the Israelites has done. And so she believes that he's the one true God. And she hides the spies. So when the officials come to capture them, she tells them that they aren't there because they're hidden. After the king's officials leave, she tells them, would you spare my family when you come in? Because I know God is going to give you the victory. I know that your God is the one true God, the God of heaven and earth. And so the spies leave and are free. And they promise that they will keep her safe if she leaves the red rope that they used to escape hanging out the window. But how are they going to get into the city of Jericho? The people of Jericho, they know they've got these great walls. They're trusting in these great walls. And the Israelites, they don't have catapults. They don't have any machines that can bash down the walls. But God has a plan. And so he sends his commander of his army to go talk to Joshua. And he tells Joshua, here's the plan. This is what your people are to do. They are to march around the city of Jericho one time for 6 days. Every day, go out, march around, come back. But then on day 7, they should march around the city 7 times and shout, and then the walls are going to come down. That seems like a pretty crazy plan, right? I mean, look at these walls. I mean, these are solid walls. I mean, the walls probably were something like that. How could you shout and they come down? But Joshua and the Israelites, they trust God's plan. And so he has his priests go out with trumpets. Then he has the priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant go out, and he has his armed force going out. And they go out on day 1, and they march around the city of Jericho. And then they go back home. They go out day 2, march around the city of Jericho. Now they're staying quiet all of these days. And they march around. Day 3, day 4, day 5, they're still marching around, being quiet, doing it once, going back home. The walls, still nice and strong. They do it for day 6. They keep trusting. Day 7, they come. They march around 7 times. And after the 7th time, Joshua says, okay, now's the time, shout. The Lord has given us the city. And the people shout, and the walls fall down, just like God said. And they're able to go in and capture the city. They save Rahab and her family, and she and her family are kept safe because they trust God. They win the victory because they trust God. They know that he's faithful to keep his promise. You know what I love about this story? It's just thinking. Can you imagine let's say after day 5, they're like, you know what, we've been marching around there. The walls are still strong. There are no cracks in the walls. I don't think God's hearing us or keeping his promise. Sometimes it might feel like that we're praying and praying and God's not hearing us. But this story helps us remember, keep trusting, keep following God, because his plan, he always keeps. And so as we wrap up today, we want to keep remembering who God is and his faithfulness. That's why we're memorizing Psalm 23. So let's say that together. Are you ready? The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. And then this week, we're learning about what God does even when we have enemies. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. So let's continue worshiping our God who overflows our cups by singing Psalm 23.
Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid, for you are close beside me. The rod of your power and protection, staff of your guidance and correction, they comfort me. For you are close beside me. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow 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 me. Surely goodness I will dwell in mercy the house shall love the Lord forever. Surely goodness I will dwell in mercy the house shall love the Lord forever. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid, for you are close beside me. The rod of your power and protection, staff of your guidance and correction, they comfort me. For you are close beside me.